Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's video. So this video is kind of a continuation of a series that I have tried to do in the past. And I don't know. It didn't go. But this is Monday menu planning. One of the things that I am really striving to do over summer break is start doing some things to create those habits of on Saturdays I sit down and menu plan, which today when I'm filming it is a Saturday. Because that way when it comes to the school year, when my life is stressful, chaotic, and I feel like I have no control sometimes, I know that, okay, the first thing I'm going to do on Saturday morning while Sam's playing golf is I'm going to sit down and menu plan. Just for a week, not for a month, for a week. So last night, which was a Friday, Sam and I were in McPherson. It was McPherson's citywide garage sales. My parents drove me over to McPherson to meet up with him. My mom needed to do some stuff in her classroom for church. And so I just went with them, met up, did some garage selling. Unfortunately, did not find anything. I found some books, which you will see that video later. But went to Walmart, and we always check out the clearance aisle at Walmart. And the great thing about a clearance aisle at Walmart is no two Walmarts are the same. So, at the Walmart in the clearance aisle, I found some 2026 planners on clearance for $3. And I'm like, this is perfect because the squares for the month are massive. And that is something that I like because then I can put in activities, I can put in payday and whatnot. So granted, I am starting this middle of June, but here's the thing. The beginning of June normally is when the co-op for the special education co-op normally sends out our monthly or our training for the summer. This year we had like 65, 75 some odd modules to complete with a final test at the end. We got assigned to them Monday, June 1st. I worked on them, and I know this has nothing to do, but this is a prelude, I promise. Worked on them all that week, skipped Saturday, worked on them Sunday while Sam was playing golf, worked on them Monday morning and Monday night. And you're probably going, Lena, why did you work on them Monday night? Because we were in the middle of an active tornado watch and severe thunderstorm warning as it like lights flickered in the house. I'm sitting here watching a video on my computer. Got an hour and a half done in the middle of the storm. Where on Tuesday, June 9th, I got it all done. So anything for school that has been sent out is done, it's completed. And I'm like, okay, what is next for me this summer? So it's time to start building some of those habits I want to carry over into the school year. Okay, that looks a little bit better too. So like I said, I was really excited to find this planner for $3. And I like that it's all pretty and florally. And actually, shout out to Sam because I was going to grab one that was $6. And he happened to see this one and it said $3. So I was very happy with a $3 planner. So, like I said, my plan is to meal prep or menu plan for 1 week and just make some notes, like even if it's along the side, like over here, like Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, typically in June are summer theater. So those are going to be crock pot nights. On Saturdays or Sundays, I will get a text, at least for the rest of the month of June, that Sam's baseball umpiring schedule because he umpires for rec. And if you're wondering, no, this is not wine. It's cranberry juice. I have just decided to start using my pretty glassware for all of my drinks. So, welcome to my morning dose of cranberry juice. And if you know, you know. So let's get started. and I'm going to chit chat a little bit while I menu plan. That was a really long introduction, and I apologize for like if it seemed off the rails. So like I said, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, at least through the middle of July is going to be summer theater. Which means I'm over in Marion from 3 to 5-ish. Wednesdays, my mom has to leave Marion a little early because she teaches Wednesday night Bible class, which is fine. I go with them and meet up with Sam. So, sometimes I will get dropped off with Sam and McPherson because that's where Sam works over the summer, and sometimes Mom and Dad will just drop me off here at the house and go. So anyway, so I'm looking at the week of June 15th through the 21st, and if you're wondering, actually 14th through the 20th. I couldn't decide if I was going to do Sunday to Saturday or Monday to Sunday, but I'm going to do Sunday to Saturday. The really nice thing is right off the bat, I already know what I'm going to write down on Tuesdays. Tuesdays is leftover night. And that's because Wednesday is our trash day. So it's a good excuse to clean out the refrigerator so that on Wednesday, like anything at Tuesday night would be using up any leftovers and either freezing something that goes, okay, well, this is, it's still fine. It's only been in the refrigerator a couple of days, but we're kind of sick of it. It needs to go in the refrigerator. Clean out containers into trash bags and take it out since Wednesday is trash day, and Wednesday I can clean up all those containers. So I'm going to go ahead and put that into my calendar. Okay, and I'll end up showing you in a little bit, but I went ahead and put leftovers on Tuesday the rest of the month because that isn't going to change. I also did make a note on Friday the 26th that we do not have play practice. We have 40 kids this year. If this was a couple years ago, the very first year that we brought summer theater back, and we had like 15, I could handle them all by myself. But we have 40 this year. Our main director is going to be gone to a conference. Our choral director is going to be on a cruise, and that would leave me and the high schoolers with 40 kids. I went, no, this isn't going to work. So we just decided no play practice that night. Okay. I already know before Kevin, who is our rec director, sends out the schedule for next week, that Monday we have baseball. We have 16U, and I know that because one of Sam's coworkers at the hospital where he's working this summer said that her son plays Canton Gallo Rec, is playing against Marion at Marion for 16U baseball on Monday. And so goes, oh, well, I know I'm umpiring. So not only do I have play practice on Monday, I also have 16U baseball after play practice. So Sam will drive from McPherson to Marion, eat, and then go ref baseball. So Monday will definitely be a crock pot meal day because it's something I can put on and it will be ready by around 2 o'clock when I get ready to leave. And all I have to do is scoop it into containers to take with me. So I'm going to check my Pinterest real quick and be right back. Okay, so on Monday, I'm going to make a recipe I have pinned. I have like 200 some odd general recipes pinned on Pinterest, and some have been there for years. It's called a cheesy taco rice, and essentially you make your crock pot, you brown up your ground beef, you put it in a crock pot with rice and broth and rotel and a couple other things, and just let it cook for about 5 hours on high, which is perfect. And then you add cheese right at the very end until it melts. So I'm like, that is actually perfect for Monday because then it will definitely feed Sam and I. And on nights that Sam umpires, I also take dinner out to the rec director because otherwise then he doesn't eat until like 10, 11 o'clock at night. So I do that. So that'll make plenty, and that will definitely have leftovers for the next day. Tuesday, already leftovers, so don't have to worry about that. Wednesday, with the, because Sam's job is through Team Employment, which is an employment agency, they always place him somewhere really nice. Wednesdays are payday, and that is typically our eat out, like a something simple like tacos or pizza. And so I already know what we're doing on Wednesday because Sam and I actually talked about it last night. Sam is going to pick up Domino's on his way home from work. So I'm just going to put in Domino's pizza. And then I will put a note in the calendar on my phone as a reminder, like about 3:45, 4 o'clock, to put in the Domino's order on the app, and then just have Sam pick it up on his way home when he gets off work at 4:30. So that will work out perfect. By the time, usually, and being a Wednesday, I'll have left a little early from play practice and I will already be home, and I'll get out like paper plates and napkins and stuff, and I'll just make sure like in the notes to put that we need like paper plates, napkins, cheese and peppers, that kind of thing. So that takes care of Wednesday. And I'm going to go ahead and note on the 24th of June, since I'm working on I know what Wednesday looks like, I'm going to go ahead and note that that's payday. So don't know what we're doing next week, but that's next week's problem. Okay, so far we've got a crock pot meal on Monday, the cheesy taco rice. Tuesday is leftovers. Wednesday is going to be Domino's pizza, and it is payday. Back to Pinterest, because I'm not quite sure what Thursday's going to be. Okay, so took me a little bit to figure out and kind of weed through some recipes. So I decided for Thursday I'm going to do a sorry guys, I didn't mean to hit you with my foot. I greatly apologize about that. I'm going to do a recipe called Sweet Hawaiian Chicken in the crock pot. I thought it sounded really good. I sent myself the pin so I didn't lose it. It's, let's see, trying to pull out here. Oh, it did. Hold on. I was impatient. It says it's Sweet Hawaiian crock pot chicken. It's 2 pounds of chicken chunks. So what I'll do is typically I typically buy bags of frozen chicken breasts, but I will just buy a package of the fresh chicken out of the chicken section for this. 2 cups of butter, half a cup of soy sauce, 1 cup of pineapple juice, and 1/3 cup of brown sugar. It says you combine all the ingredients, cook on low in the crock pot for 6 to 8 hours, and that's it. And so I will do that for Thursday. Friday, I just put down Mexican night. What I will do is I will whip up some taco meat and then have jalapenos, chopped green onions, rotel, we have queso, we have salsa, we have tortillas, we have tortilla chips. It will be, do you want a taco? Make a taco. Do you want a burrito? Make a burrito. Do you want a loaded nacho? Build a loaded nacho. It'll kind of be, okay, here's the meat portion. You figure it out from there, which works out really well typically because Friday nights we do try to do a game night. So it'll be here's the main part. Here's the extras. Knock yourself out. Saturday is typically Sam's golf day. So, typically we also will grab something out while we're there. So lunch, dinner-ish will be out. And then through the rest of the evening it'll be I'm kind of hungry, what's in the refrigerator to eat and use up type of thing. So I'm pretty excited about the fact that I have the whole week ready to go. Okay, so to recap, here is what the Monday menu for the week, my weekly planning is. Okay, because I can't talk apparently. Monday is cheesy taco rice. On Tuesday, leftovers. Wednesday is payday, and Sam is picking up Domino's Pizza. Thursday is another crock pot meal of sweet Hawaiian chicken. Friday is Mexican night. Saturday is Sam's golf day. Grab something out, finish stuff up out of the refrigerator. I love that it's down. It's written down. I have sent myself both of the recipes for the cheesy taco rice and the sweet Hawaiian chicken. So all I have to do is follow those recipes, and I am ready to roll. So let me know in the comments if you want me to share any of these recipes as I've made them or review them in the next video. Happy to do that. So, I really am hoping to make this a habit of sitting down on Saturday morning, whether it's sitting here at home, whether it's sitting at Starbucks while Sam's playing a round of golf. Typically a round of golf, a 9-hole it takes about 2 hours. So I have plenty of time to meal plan. I don't want to go too far in advance. I can make notes over here if I see a recipe that looks good and go, oh, I can put that as a potential for like an upcoming week, or even if I'm in or when I'm searching Pinterest. I swear I can talk. My brain is moving faster than it can get from here to out here. Like, I have a lot of soup recipes listed. June and July is not soup weather, but I can come down here to like October and write down some soup recipe, like say check Pinterest for recipe and write down the soup recipe and go, oh, that's right, I remember when I saw that recipe, and I can go back and add that in, because soups are great, because then it's okay, it's done, go fend for yourself. Now, I know you're probably wondering, okay, Lena, you're talking about dinners, but you have said nothing about breakfast and lunch. Breakfast and lunch are pretty simple. Breakfast typically are some sort of muffin that either we pick up at Walmart or I bake. I really try not to heat up the house, so during the summer we do tend to buy muffins, but that is one of the things that I want to try to start prepping like Sunday mornings when we typically bake cinnamon rolls to eat while we're watching church, and I can always throw a batch of muffins in the oven while we're doing that. And lunches, for me, it's pretty simple. I grab something out of the house. Sam usually does take leftovers for lunch. So like Tuesday and Wednesday, he will probably take the cheesy taco rice. If he doesn't want that, he does have hard salami that I can make like a Lunchable with. Or he does have tuna lunch kits that I can throw in. Thursday and Friday for lunch, he will probably have, at least Thursday, he will have leftover pizza from Wednesday night. So, lunches are the easy part. Typically, it's leftovers. But for Sam and for me, like I say, it's just grabbing something because I'm usually here at home. Peaches was like just staring at me. I'm like, okay, what's going on? She looked at me very indignantly and then jumped on the bed. I'm like, I'm sorry that the bed is higher than you want to jump up at the moment. Anyway, so that is this week's meal planning done off the Saturday checklist. Thanks so much for watching.